special guest in our studio today. We have two of We Sell Restaurants franchisees in the country, and I'd like for them to take a couple of seconds and say hi to their audience in their local market. Let's start with you, John. Tell us where you're from and what market you work in.
My name is John Jordan, and the market I work in is Colorado, with a specific focus on the Denver metro area.
All right, and where can people reach you if the folks in the Colorado market wants to buy, sell, or list restaurants?
They can reach me at john@wesellrestaurants.com, or my phone number,
Sure, go ahead.
which is 720-427-5822.
Great. Thank you guys for having you on the studio today. It's a good pleasure to have you. And we also have least, not last, but least.
Thank you.
Ken, go ahead, Ken. Tell us about where you're from.
Okay, my name's Ken Eisenband. I concentrate in the South Florida market from West Palm Beach to Miami-Dade. And if you want to reach me, it's ken@wesellrestaurants.com. Phone number is 561-350-3365.
Thank, thank you guys. Good to have you here. These guys are phenomenal. If you're thinking about being in the business or you are in the business looking to expand or sell, please reach out to these great franchises that We Sell Restaurants in their local markets. Guys, thank you so much for being here today. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, as restaurant brokers, we often have to look at the bigger picture to understand the best value of one or several units in a specific segment, and we often give that advice to folks who want to look at a restaurant. Eric, you want to expand on that idea?
Yeah, as a restaurant broker, we often need to look at the bigger picture to better understand the best value of one or several units, in each segment's categories, location, and things like that. And it's interesting because most operators will look to measure it against themselves internally. And that's a big word of caution because we heard today about trends of sales and everything. If you're in the Atlanta market, for instance, like Bob said, if you're not up by 4%, you are doing something wrong. You're less than average. So that's not a good trend. Jonathan talked about, if you're in the coffee business, if you have a coffee shop and the segment leader is Starbucks up by 9%, and you're all excited because you're up 4.5%, that could be trouble, Robin. Can you tell us a bit more about some of the other factors that people should consider?
Well, I think that really the reality of the business is that you do become, like most people, everybody looks internally, what's happening within my four walls, and sometimes they're not quite even as honest as they should be. I mean, when's the last time you heard a restaurant owner say, well, my service is really pretty bad, but if you go on in, they're going to tell you, no, my service is great, and we do all these wonderful things, and you go on Yelp or one of the other online services, and they're all saying, stay away, you can't get fed when you go to this restaurant. So I think it is absolutely important to look outside your doors and say, okay, how do I stack up? Who do I stack up against? And why is that meaningful to me?
It's important to measure not only your sales, your food costs, your labor costs, your manufacturer against your industry. There's a lot of information out there. Nation's Restaurant News publishes a lot of surveys with tons of financial information. You got, Restaurant Finance Monitor always also do their top 200. There's a lot of publications out there that gives you a lot of financial information about every segment. Whether you're a franchise or not, you need to measure yourself against these numbers, not against yourself. Eventually, you will run into severe trouble and have some very bad news about the value of your business or the future of your business if you keep just measuring yourself internally. Right, Robin?
That's true because, as restaurant brokers, we sell really one of two things. You either are buying a job because you're getting cash flow and income, or you are simply buying the assets of a business. And the assets of a business are devalued. They're literally worth pennies on the dollar. Average, maybe 20 cents on every dollar for what you have invested. So if you put $100,000 into a restaurant that is failing, you could be looking at netting out when it goes on the market as what's called an asset sale for literally $20,000. That's a haircut no one wants to take.
That's right. And be critical of yourself. Be the hardest judge of yourself. When you look at, we meet with restaurant owners, like Robin said before, nobody has bad food, bad service, or don't know what they're doing. They always have excuses or external. It's the economy. It's the gas prices. It's the drought. It's the oil spill. It's always something. But, there's also people are thriving year in, year out. We talked about some legacy brands today. So be very hard on yourself and be realistic when you're looking at your information. Do not be blind eyes. I get customers that come to us sometimes. Clients says, "Oh, we have a lot of loyal customers, and we cannot, close this place down." They're losing $15,000 a month. How can they have loyal customers? They don't have enough loyal customers. These 5 people that come to the restaurant every day are not enough, guys. You need to be realistic. Look at it the hard way. Measure yourself against the outside information that's available to you.
But the flip side is that one man's trash is another man's treasure. So when that restaurant fails and it goes on the market as what's called an asset sale, that means that a new entrepreneur can pick it up for literally pennies on the dollar. And you can, if you're buying a restaurant with that's a fabulous location, or even maybe a marginal location, but it's fully equipped, and you spend very little money to acquire it, you're going to end up with a lot of money in the bank to do the marketing that you need to drive customers in the door.
And let me clarify. Robin mentioned a word here, keyword, asset sale. And for seasoned operators out there, and people that are thinking about going into the business, let me further define this for you, because we see this a lot. An asset sale, that means you're buying the furniture, fixture, and equipment. Typically, there's no books or records available for review. So do not expect to call a broker and say, okay, this is priced at $40,000 for all the furniture, fixture, and equipment, and ask for 3 years of tax returns, P&L, and daily balance sheets, and so forth. You will not be able to get that. You're buying what you see is what you get. So make sure that you understand what you are after.
And here's some examples of some asset sales you would find on our website at WeSellRestaurants.com. A pizza shop for sale in Pompano Beach, Florida, with a 2 COP alcohol license. It can stay pizza or change to anything. Ken has that one on the market. It's only $79,000.
We also have a Italian steakhouse in Georgia on the market for just $69,000. That includes the furniture, fixture, equipment. I mean, tables, chairs, knife, forks, spoons. I mean, everything, the whole gamut is ready for you to purchase.
Now, and these are open and operating businesses. Now, they're not successful in their current state, but they can convert. And when it's the right business at the right price, it definitely goes quickly. We have a bar and grill in Roswell. We listed it 3 weeks ago for $99,000, and we have it under contract already, set for closing in a couple of weeks.
Yeah, just to put you guys in perspective, a hood and a grease trap in a restaurant, average, if you put that from brand new, will cost you in excess of $40,000 typically, just for the hood and the grease trap. And you don't have tables, chairs, silverware. I mean, you don't have anything else. So these are unbelievable values. Robbie, you got one more for us?
Well, I do, because you could call John up and get a deli restaurant that's an asset sale in upscale South Metro Denver for, just as Eric spoke, under $40,000. It's $39,999. Or a chicken wing restaurant in Laconia here for $37,500. So there are definitely great deals out there. You can find them online at WeSellRestaurants.com. Remember, this is Eric and Robin Gagnon. We are the restaurant brokers. We practice thought leadership in this industry.